Minnesota Fighting Vikings will have some tough personnel decisions to make this offseason, given the 2021 salary cap situation. One of those tough decisions is what they're going to do with 32-year-old superstar safety Harrison friggin' Smith. Now, Harrison is not Harrison from back in the day, but still has plenty left in the tank, is still one of the best all-around safeties in the game. And frankly, Zimmer might quit if the Vikings cut or trade Harrison. So maybe they should cut or trade Harrison. I don't know. But it may come down to a spot where they have to decide if they're going to cut him, trade him, or extend him. So the Vikings are currently $4.6 million over the projected salary cap. Now, there's lots of ways to free up cash. They could restructure guys. Hashtag cap is a myth. Plus, they could cut Rudy, Reef, Stephen, Bailey, etc. Lots of ways, right? But Harrison is heading into the final year of his 5-year, $51.25 million extension. He's slated to have a base salary of $9.85 million, none of which is guaranteed. Last year, he was the 11th highest paid safety in the National Football League, which is embarrassing. It really is. In 2020, had 89 tackles, 5 picks, broke up 10 passes, a 74.4 quarterback rating when thrown at, and he was not voted to an All-Pro team. He missed the Pro Bowl for the first time in 5 years. His 74.3 PFF grade was his lowest since 2013. But remember, he was basically babysitting a young cornerback room. He did not have the veterans around him like Xavier Rhodes, like Waynes, like Mack, and Anthony Harris was sort of out to lunch all season. And you could see that Harrison at times was visibly frustrated. He was a first-time team captain, and he had to be it out there, but it was tough. And being part of these great Zimmer defenses throughout his career, and have it just fall apart like it did last year, that's embarrassing, man. It's really, really tough. And this would be the case for extending Harrison Smith. Give him a 2 or 3 year extension. Make sure that he retires in purple because he can still play at a high level. He's great in coverage and is still the best box safety in the National Football League. Plus, this young defense, especially on the back end, it needs his leadership, needs to lead by example, especially if Anthony Harris leaves. I mean, the veteran now is going to be Dantzler and Gladney. Cool. And Briz can structure his extension so that his 2021 cap hit is either negligible or it actually goes down. So that does factor in. So extension does make sense. I think cutting him doesn't make zero sense at all, mainly because he does have trade value. So if Jamal Adams, his overrated ass, is worth 2 first-round picks, what is Harrison Smith worth? Now, yes, Jamal Adams is 7 years younger than Harrison, but Harrison's an infinitely better player and well-rounded player. And at 22, I mean, he would be a minimum worth a first-round pick, you would think. And yes, it can be a late first-round pick, but say the Vikings were actually taking calls on him. Like teams call up, is like, well, Harrison Smith, what's it going to take? And say a team like the Bills or the Browns come in, is like, hey, we'll offer our late first round pick for Harrison Smith. I mean, the Bills, Leslie Frazier, obviously they go way back and could use some secondary help. Plus the Browns, Kevin Stefanski knows all about Harrison Smith, right? So it does make some sense there. But I mean, they would have to think about it. They would have to consider it. Now, I don't think I would, given that they're both late first-round picks, but if a team in the teens came a-calling, yeah, but I don't want to entertain the notion, especially since the Vikings defense was so horrible last year. Harrison is going to be part of the solution. He was not part of the problem last year. So extend him, freshen up his deal, make it, get it up to his market value, and then have him play his guts out for the rest of his career in purple and get this man 3 or 4 dozen Jerome Bardys in the last couple of years here in Minnesota. Do that. Now, so yeah, trading him. Everyone does have a price. So if a team comes in and just knocks it out with a high first, a mid first, or a late first and some change, maybe. But barring that, no. Extend him, take care of him, make sure that he ends his career in purple, and go from there. But your thoughts, Harrison Smith, trade, cut, or extend? Question mark. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.